Hi everyone! I've been doing some food prep this afternoon for the week. I'm about to cut open this pineapple. I wanted to show you a few tricks on working with this scary looking fruit that can be a little bit of a challenge to get into. So here's something I look for when I buy a pineapple. I try to find one that's as big as possible because they're sold by the piece and not by the pound. And I try to find them that are somewhat squarish at the top versus the really cone-headed ones to have less waste. I've heard tips that you can tug on leaves and all these sorts of things. I don't find that those tips work consistently. Instead, what I look for is first, I flip it over and make sure there's no mold on the bottom because they don't grow next door. They travel quite a ways. And the other thing I look for is kind of uniform color. So if you buy them in the store and they're still pretty green, they'll be okay in a few days, but you're not going to be able to really enjoy it right away. So you don't want it to be too yellow because then it'll be kind of off-tasting or fermented-like. But once it's ripe, kind of in this color range here, either cut it up right away or pop it into the fridge. I've also heard if you store them sideways on the fridge before you cut them, it'll kind of distribute the juice a little bit. But honestly, I never do that. I just bring it home and when the color looks right, off we go. So I'm going to use some tools today to show you how to get into this. I like to use a chef's knife. Quick reminder, you hold your chef's knife like this. So grip up on the blade. I'm going to take off the top and the bottom. A good sharp blade's important. It smells good already, you guys. All right, so now we have the pineapple wedger, and we're gonna use both the guard and the wedger. If you're short like me, I'm 5'0", I have no leverage if I start up here. So if you're like me, there's a couple of hints that you can do. First, you could slice it in half, which is what I'm gonna do today. Or you can set it on a plate and put it in the sink, and that'll give you about 9 or 10 more inches of leverage, which could be, better. Honestly though, don't tell anybody, but sometimes I get on a chair and I stand on it and I'll just go straight down on my pineapple, but shh, that's our secret. All right, so you're gonna take your pineapple wedger, center it right on the top of the core, and then you're gonna lean. Now, with an apple wedger, you can usually go straight down. With this one, you're gonna lean hard on one side, hard on the other, and try not to get sprayed in the face. This is a really big pineapple, so there's a lot of waste, but I'm gonna show you how not to waste it. Once you get to the point where you can't go anymore, you're gonna grab your lid, which is the cover for your wedger, and I'm not centered on it. Here we go. Okay, you guys. This is live video, right? There we go, we got it. All right, so then you've got these little planks. So what do you do with that? I'm gonna show you. So I'm gonna take my pineapple, and I like to press my thumb over thumb to lift it straight up, and then you can do something else with it. So you can take, if you want to, you can obviously use your big chunks, but if you want spears, try your apple wedger, take the core out, and then just squeeze it together, and then put your apple wedger right over the top, go straight down, and you've got little spears ready to go for smoothies and whatever you want to use. So let me show you what to do with the rest. So when you've got all of this rind that has pineapple on it, pull out your kernel cutter and you can scrape off all the excess pineapple, and it's kind of like crushed pineapple. You can certainly take a knife, but depending on your knife skills, that might not be the best solution. All right, so you can just scrape it all down, just like that. Nice, huh? Crushed pineapple. So once it's all cut up, I'm gonna store it right in here. This is our leak-proof container. My pineapple, the lids go right on top, click, and they stay fresh for a long time. So try some fresh pineapple. It's really good. It's a healthy sweet treat. So if you're trying to eat less junk food, try some fresh pineapple. It's delicious on the grill. It's great fresh. It's great in smoothies, and it kind of satisfies that sweet tooth. So will you give it a try?